Douglas Kurtz, and I'm here to introduce to you this video on POAMN, the Presbyterian Older Adult Ministries Network. A network of persons who are engaged in ministry with older adults throughout the Presbyterian Church. Our purpose is to engage and to assist leadership in the church in developing older adult ministries throughout the congregations, to provide leadership training, whether it be through conferences or print or web materials, to provide opportunities for mutual support and for networking, that we can talk with each other in how to enhance the ministry to older adults within our congregations, and to maintain a communication between the members and the Congregational Ministries Division of the Presbyterian Church headquartered in Louisville, Kentucky. Again, as you watch this video, I would encourage you to consider joining our network and continuing our ministry to older adults within the Presbyterian Church. Have a great day.
As a culture, America is in denial about aging. Everybody wants to be young. Nobody wants to grow older. What really is unique about POAMN is that in an era when our churches are struggling for membership because it's declining, and for finances because contributions are also declining, is that older adults represent really an untapped resource.
POAMN is an organization that reaches out. It communicates resources, and it does this down to the local individuals, that activates and reactivates and just reaches out to all the ages and stages of living. And we think of POAMN as a big organization, but it comes down to the individual.
POAMN is an organization of leaders, pastors, volunteers who advocate for older adults in their congregations and communities. Actually, older adults have become multi-generational, and so truly POAMN is becoming an organization that meets the needs of younger retirees who are transitioning.
Listening is my best way to show how I love someone.
Because I think every person, as they age, needs an advocate. I think we need each other, we need community, and I think it's really important that people be surrounded by others who will love them no matter what, and that's what we're called to do as Christians. I think it's important to understand that people need to be met where they are. They may not want to hear the words older adult ministries in particular. And so I think sometimes if you concentrate on health ministries, 90% of that will inevitably become older adult ministry, and you'll be able to do what you're really wanting to do. Some churches people don't want to be separated into age categories, and that can be a barrier. But I think that you can overcome it all. Just name it whatever you want to name it and see who will come. And very likely the time of day will dictate the crowd that you get, and you'll be able to minister to those that you're trying to focus on.
50% of our congregation were over 50.
So we have more success by not trying to separate them out as a special group. If you're over this age, you're part of this group. That just would never fly in our congregation.
And I know there are a lot of 50-year-olds who, well, I'm not going to do anything with 50-plus ministry. We've changed the name of the ministry probably 4 times. Now we've dropped the 50-plus and we're just on board.
My father would tell me about the world in which he grew up, and it was a world that was pretty much like his father grew up. But my world was not anything like my father's world, and my children's world is not anything like my world. And so the important thing is to understand that while the world is different, we know what it is to live in a world of change. And we need to be able to help those who are caught up in changes understand that change is perhaps the one constant that we have in society today.
If you lived in 1900, only 1 out of 10 people lived to be more than 65. Today, 8 out of 10 people breeze right through that birthday. Not only is our society having trouble with that and our churches, but everybody, nobody wants to grow older. But it's an ironic thing because POAMN brings together people who enjoy ministering with, to, and for older adults. Why is that important? Well, look at our churches. When you want to talk about older adults, you talk about wisdom and you talk about what they bring to your church. Older adults are greatly known for their wisdom. They pray, if you want to sum it up in a single word. Another thing is, older adults tend to stay once they've joined an organization. So in a second word, they stay. And third, and probably equally important, they tend to be very liberal in supporting organizations and activities that they feel will make a significant difference in the world. They pay. So older adults represent a greatly untapped segment of our society, which our society likes to think of, you gotta be young, you gotta be vibrant. Hey, they missed the boat. Older adults pray, they stay, and they pay. We love them because in working with them, they give us more than we give.